Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today we're checking out some Pet Shop Boys with It's a Sin official video. Now we have dove into the Pet Shop Boys just a little bit, so if you're new here, feel free to go back to those videos and watch them. This is a new one for us today, and we've got a music video going on with this one. It's about 5 minutes, so don't want to waste too much time and hop right into this. See what we're getting right here. I do love this sound, though. I think I would classify it, I mean, it goes somewhere along the lines of new wave, I believe, but we'll find out once again at the end. But it's definitely enjoyable. All right, so appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description. Consider becoming a member by hitting that join button, man. With that being said, let's dive into this and see what we're getting. Here we go. Ooh, sounds epic. Oh man, they start up right away. Feels nice.
For everything I long to do, no matter when or where or who,
that cadence
has one thing in common too. It's a sin. It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin. Father, forgive me. I tried not to do it. Turned over a new leaf, then tore right through it. Whatever you taught me, I didn't believe it. Father, you fought me, 'cause I didn't care, and I still don't understand. So I look back upon my life, forever with a sense of shame. I've always been the one to blame. For everything I long to do, no matter when or where or who, has one thing in common too. It's a sin. It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin.
Gosh, man, the music is awesome.
It's a sin. It's
voices back there. All right, right on, man. I saw a couple of the sins there, so I guess they were showing the sins, but definitely prior to that moment where things were kind of tailing off, I was so invested. Obviously, the music instantly comes out. It was cool. I didn't even make the connection until the song was going, the video was playing, that it's called It's a Sin. And as you come into the song, man, you hear that like holy kind of gospel sound coming in. It's like, wow. And then it just turns into this wicked beat right here, man. This beat was amazing. So obviously, one of my favorite things about this era of music and some of these bands that fit into like this genre is just the beats they come out with are just wild, man. So this one right here is constantly just, you know, galloping, man. It's an awesome beat to ride. And then his vocals, man, the things he's saying about everything he's done in life is, and he's pretty much just lived a life of sin, but also it feels like it's hard to just live this life and avoid the sin, because it does feel like sometimes everything you do can, you know, be considered, I guess, in this or that, even, you know, trying to be more along the innocent, not even living a wicked life. Sometimes it feels like you can be stepping out of, I guess, the lines of a path that religion has you follow, or, you know, so sounds like, so I was curious, like, what did I wonder if he had a falling out, maybe he had very religious parents or a mentor or something, like where everything he felt like he was judged doing. I don't know if it's very personal song, or if it's just a song that he felt, you know, like writing. So yeah, there's that component to this all, but then there's also just the way that he was singing it, man, and the way that he rode the beat, as they say, right? The way I was paying attention to how the rhythm was on this song, and then his voice, you know, would follow the rhythm with the way he would sing like the chorus and the verse. So I thought that was very cool, man, but super enjoyable song on this listen. So I really enjoyed that. I'm hoping that we get some background information on this one. I'd like to learn more about it, but great video, great song, great rhythm. It just had me rocking the whole time, man, and I loved it. I love this one from the Pet Shop Boys. Very high up there for me, you know, with the ones I've listened to from them, and it might be my personal favorite to this point right now. I really liked It's a Sin. Let's learn more about it. So right here you got It's a Sin, released in 1987, considered new wave, synth pop, dance pop, and the songwriters on this is Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe. So this one was dope. It was written 5 years before it was actually released, so that's interesting. It says right there. So it was written by these guys for their second studio album. All right, it became the duo's second #1 single on the UK singles chart, spending 3 weeks atop. Okay, the background, It's a Sin was written in 1982 at Ray Roberts' studio in Camden, where Lowe and Tennant worked on the song in their earlier years. The original demo was one of the songs Tennant brought to his meeting in New York, so he played that. So I guess, yeah, you know, if he's bringing it out, he's showing it to them earlier, but they didn't release this till years later, man. Pet Shop Boys made another demo with Orlando in 1984, but it was never released. The song's basic structure from the 1984 demo remained intact into the 1987 version, although the release production is far more dramatic. And I really love that about this one, was the dramatic sound that you're getting right here, and it really plays right in to the visuals they gave on the screen, and then what they're talking about, the sins. You know, you're thinking like this church, this epic casting of sin in it through these like supreme powers, right? I mean, the dramatic sounds of the song fit that whole theme, especially if you're like a visual listener, right? You listen and then you visualize the story. Man, that fits right into it. That epic sound, that dramatic sound, as they put it. Right here, you got it, that he came up with the phrase "It's a Sin" when he learned Lowe play a piece of music that sounded to him like a hymn. In the lyrics, he describes some impressions he took from his time at Catholic school, in particular the teaching that sex is a sin except within marriage for the purpose of procreation. Tennant has said that the song was not intended to be serious. People took it really serious. The song was written in about 15 minutes and was intended as a camp joke, and it was something I consciously took very seriously. Sometimes I wonder if there was more to it than I thought at the time, but the local parish priest in Newcastle delivered a sermon on it and reflected on how the church changed from the promise of ghastly hell to the message of love. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer that somebody's going to take a song like this and look at it more seriously, right? I mean, that's what a lot of us people tend to do. We look for the messaging and things that we are listening to, the things that we are watching. Sometimes, I think it's just subconscious nature. You look for the message in things. So of course, you make a song like this with lyrics like this, people are gonna dive. I mean, that's just that's pretty common. I think he understood that in saying, well, I wonder if there was deeper meaning to me at the time that I didn't understand it, and that's possibly so, right? That's possibly so. I think a lot of us, we look at things that we did in life, and in that moment, those things meant nothing, especially in our younger teenage years, our early 20s, and we look back now and we say, oh, I understand why I was doing that, why I may have been acting out at that time is because I experienced this earlier in my life, and that may have been my almost cry out for help or my rage from that, right? We look back and we can reflect and understand that things were deeper than we thought, and songwriting is very much the same. Very intertwined with that is that you might have wrote out a book, a story, a song when you were younger, and you can analyze that when you get older and find more depth to what at that time was just really, it was just surface level thinking for you, but you were putting down your experiences to that point, your feelings to that moment. So yeah, that from somebody who used to write music for myself, I just know that there's more depth to this kind of stuff. But thank you guys for tuning in today. I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description. If there's more from this group to check out, please let me know. Love to add that. All right, y'all stay positive. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.